Hey guys, welcome back my channel, The Learning Destinations, and in this series I'm gonna teach you that how you can build a Raspberry Pi based smart surveillance system. And in this entire series mainly I have divided into three categories. The first category deals with the installations of Raspberry Pi OS, just in case if you don't know the installation of Raspberry Pi. In second, we have different Python script which mainly takes care of three main different actions like capturing the images, recording the videos, and then stopping the videos. And in third episode, which will be the final, since these entire camera actions will be controlled throughout the cloud-based user interface, so in third episode we are going to see that how we can implement AWS IoT Core API gateway and how we can build a static website to monitor and control all these actions. Okay guys, so before I start the practical sessions, let me give you a high level overall architectural diagram overview. Okay, so there is a static website. Now this static website is used to control all the camera actions like capture images, start recording, stop recording. So I as an end user, when I want some action like capture images, then there is an API gateway which invoke the Lambda functions. Now this Lambda functions initiate the Amazon IoT Core. Now this Amazon IoT Core passes are different actions like capturing images, start recording, stop recording in the form of MQTT message. Okay, and now here at this level, this is Raspberry Pi, which is having a different Python script which are ready to take a command from this Amazon IoT Core. So suppose I want to capture the images, this Amazon IoT Core passes the commands to this Raspberry Pi. Now this Raspberry Pi is already having a endpoint from this IoT Core, and also having also this Raspberry Pi subscribe the topic of this IoT Core. So the moment when we process the command, it receives the command and accordingly it enables the camera. So if I say capture the images, it enables the camera and capture the images. If I say start the recording, then it starts the recording, and then it save, like if it is an image, then it save image at a JPEG format into Amazon S3 bucket. And if I say start recording, it saves the I can say it saves the video in .avi format into Amazon S3 bucket. So this is how this entire system works. This is how this smart surveillance system is built. Now let's jump into the practical session. Guys, so in order to complete this task, firstly we need this Raspberry Pi board, one. The second USB camera, this one, and this way I bought it from Logitech C270. Okay, and then after that one power adapter which can produce 5-volt output, this one. Okay, so all these three devices we need to complete this smart surveillance system. Now we are going to walk through a little bit the diagram that I'm going to explain you the complete process flow diagram, that how actually this system works. Hey guys, so we need to buy this SD card as well. This is a micro SD card because Raspberry Pi OS is stored on this SD card. So all we need to insert this SD card into this card reader, and then we need to insert it into the card reader slot of this laptop. Okay, so I inserted it inside it. I inserted this SD card. Okay, and now I am going to insert it into here, the card reader slot. It is there, and now we can get this SD card into the D drive. Alright guys, so I have successfully inserted my SD card into my laptop, and here you can see this additional drive, D drive. Okay, all you need to go on Google and search Raspberry Pi OS, and then visit this site, come under the software sections here, and then since my laptop is Windows based laptop, okay, my OS is Windows OS, so I am going to download this. And just in case if you are using Mac OS and Ubuntu, so you can respectively select the different level of OS. Okay, so I'm going to download this one. Since I have already downloaded it, so that's why you can see many installer of file. Okay, and after that you just need to double click and start it. So in my case I have already installed, so I am going to open this device manager. So after this installer, once you successfully run this installer, you will getting something like this Raspberry Pi imager. And then here you need to perform some certain action. First you need to choose the device. Okay, which device you have. So in my case I have Raspberry Pi 5, And just in case if you have Raspberry Pi 4 or different model of Raspberry Pi, you can select it. So I'm going to select here, then OS. I'm going to install this one, Raspberry Pi OS 64-bit, and choose the storage. So here the storage will come. Now this is the same SD card which I inserted into my laptop. So that I need to select here. Next, at this level, do edit setting. Okay, so I can enable my IoT host name. Okay, then SSH enable. Okay, so one by one we are going to see. First, this is the domain name that you are going to point. So later you can use this domain name to connect through the SSH. So my domain name is IoT-hub. You can change it also. You can give anything. Okay, and then here is a username, right? So username is the same username which you will be using to connect through the SSH. Okay, so this one username. So I have given the username here Avinash, and then I'm going to reset my password here. So I'm going to give some password here. Okay, this is my Wi-Fi connectivity which it takes by default. So whatever your Wi-Fi is there, if it is enabled and connected with your laptop, it will take the setting automatically. Okay, so this is my Wi-Fi, and then here you need to enable the SSH connectivity so you can connect this device through the SSH. So now these three main settings are required. First is the local domain name you need to point out. Then here you need to give the user ID and password to connect through the SSH. And this settings by default, your Raspberry Pi image manager will take automatically. Okay. Then after that, okay, let me minimize it so you can see the entire window. Save it here. Then say, would you like to apply OS customization? Yes. And all existing data on SDX card will be erased. Are you sure? Want to? Yes, of course. And something like that. The installations will be started here. So just wait for some time and it will start writing all the informations here. So then after that, once it is completed, then there will be a finish button. You need to finish it and then you need to power on. So now you can see here it has started writing the OS into SD card. Okay, and once it is completed, you can simply eject your SD card and insert it into Raspberry Pi board and then power on it Raspberry Pi board. Okay, and then after that you will start using it. You can connect through the SSH. So the same settings we are going to see now. Okay, so what I do, since I have already installed my OS in Raspberry Pi, okay, with the same setting, with the same username and password. So in order to save the time, I'm going to use the different SD card, which is already pre-configured. Okay, this is I just shown you in case if you are very new with the Raspberry Pi and if you don't know how to connect headless, how to do the headless connectivity, how you can set the SSH user ID and password. So that's why I have seen this, all the steps I have covered here. Okay, so now let's jump and connect through the SSH. Alright guys, so installation has been completed. Now this is the SD card here you can see, and this is the Raspberry Pi board. Okay, so I am going to insert it. This is the slot, this one. If you let me close it. Okay, so this is the slot. I need to simply insert my card here. Okay, and this is done, and after that now I need to power it on. So after the enabling the power, then I show you, and then we can connect it through SSH. Okay, so this one Raspberry Pi board is ready and OS has been successfully installed in this SD card. Alright guys, so now you can see that there is a LED is blinking, the green LED is blinking. So I already power on my Raspberry Pi, and there is a USB camera which we are going to use to capture images, stop recording, so we can make a complete smart surveillance system. Okay, so here I switch on my Raspberry Pi and now I am going to connect through the SSH. Alright guys, so now I am going to connect this Raspberry Pi to my laptop using SSH connectivity. There is no any physical connectivity, no any wired connectivity. This is my Raspberry Pi which is on. There is a USB camera, and now I am going to connect on the PAS console to this Raspberry Pi board. Okay, so all I need to do, you remember, type SSH, and then I need to give the username which was Avinash. Let me type here correctly, which was Avinash, and then domain name which was iot-hub.local. Okay, and then enter, and here I say yes. Okay, and now I need to give the password. Okay, the password which I set. So now here you can see that I have successfully logged in into Raspberry Pi. Okay, so this is the way you can do the successfully installations, and after that, after enabling the SSH and Wi-Fi, you can connect the Raspberry Pi OS. Okay, so this is what I wanted to discuss in episode 1. Now let's move towards the episode 2, where we are going to see a different level of Python script.